What's going on? What's up? How are you? Welcome to your Amp El Paso podcast. I know. I've been taking kind of a break over these last couple weeks, but I have some good news. I have a few good news, actually. So, if you were tuned into the Amp El Paso social media, the Facebook and the Instagram, you probably heard that we started kind of a new series. And this was actually it was done fairly quickly, and it just came up just as an idea that we were kind of brainstorming. Whoa! My dogs were here throwing cans and stuff. Oh, hey, dude, what's up? What are you doing? Anyway, so you probably heard that we started a new little series that's going to be taking place every. We're going to try to do it at the beginning of the month, every month. And I think we already settled on the name. And it's going to be called It's Funny Because. Okay? So I get it's kind of a weird name, but I actually spoke about this with Marco, who's going to be my co-host. We're both going to be hosting this fucking thing, which is it's pretty awesome. So if you didn't listen, go back and listen to that one. It was a pretty good fucking time, man. I had a blast with these dudes, and it was the first time that we actually recorded in that new studio. There's no studio per se, like right now, but it's just four walls. That's all it is. It's just the most pathetic studio, and these guys are fucking troopers for actually wanting to do it in there. But that was the very first podcast in the studio, so it was like an inaugural kind of a big deal, and it turned out pretty good. So go check that out and expect that one. It's funny because at the beginning of every month, and that's the fucking name of it, which I'm pretty proud of it. I think it fits, and it really just came up about whenever we are not just comics, but people just in general. We started using all these fillers, words such as like or and things like that. Little phrases or little conjunctions, because we do not know how to talk very well, so we have to use these filler phrases or words. And a lot of people, if you pay attention after this podcast, hopefully, and after my explanation, you'll start hearing that. A lot of people start their stories with, "Oh, it's funny because," and then you really think about it, right? Because I do, like an asshole. And you think about what people say, and it's like, it's funny because, wait, it's not funny because anything. It's not, you're not telling me something funny. You're just telling me a story, and you're trying to attach it to another story, but it's not funny. Like, it's not. So that's kind of where that name came from. So I'm pretty proud of it. And so that's kind of going to be what the format is. So Marco and I are going to be Marco Antoine Morales. Marco Antoine Morales. We're going to, and Angel, yours truly, and Crazy Texan on Instagram. We're going to gang up on one of our guests most of the time, and I figured eventually we're probably going to have just it'll just be us two, especially if it's like a big month, which we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's going to be right now it's very unstructured, if you would. We don't really have things planned because the studio, which another big set of news for that one. The studio. Okay, so I finally have all my funds to finish that thing. Okay, so now with the whole 4th of July, I had to wait for that weekend. So this week I'm gonna have a couple people come and start working, hopefully, and we'll start getting our first real artists coming in as guests as part of Amp El Paso. And I think for the It's Funny Because podcast, we're going to be exclusively comedians for a while, and then we'll see what the hell that thing morphs into, right? So everybody excited? I certainly am. And it was a blast. Shout out to Jordan Savai for being our first guest, and these guys, I mean, are troopers, man. It was we were kind of roughing it out there a little bit. Of course, we were drinking, which made it a little easier on us, but it was still a really good time. And I want to thank these guys for coming out. And we are expecting on doing this once a month at the beginning of a month. You know, we'll be your that time of the month. That's also a good title for it, I think. Good name for that podcast. So be looking out for that one. As far as AMP El Paso goes, this isn't going to change much from what the original idea is of it. I'm still going to be interviewing more of our artists, and I will sprinkle in some of our comedians in there. But I'm going to focus more on artists such as musicians, you know, anything that has to do with visual. Eventually, maybe get into some graphic, like designers things, like some more things that are geared towards, I guess, artistic and not so much, like logos and stuff like that. Which, you know what, no hate, but I'm trying to go for a specific thing here. So that's what I'm going to try to get. And, you know, if you know some artists that want some exposure and that would be willing to come into the podcast, go ahead and refer them to the AMP EPTX ad, right? What is it? Hashtag or the little ad thing, okay? And that's going to be at AMP EPTX on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And, you know, the AMP El Paso YouTube page. So go ahead and refer them there. They'll be able to send me a message both on that and also at El Crazy Texan. That way, you know, I'm going to be the host, and I just need to update the little bio on the AMP El Paso page. But, you know, there's a lot of things going on, which is pretty exciting. I wasn't looking to do like a more of a different kinds of series within this podcast, but it goes hand in hand with it. Plus, you know, I feel like there's a spot for it, and that's what we're going to be getting into. So, you know, if you did listen to that one, we were kind of bullshitting because we didn't have a very good structure as of yet, but Marco Morales and I are actually working on that structure. That way we could have something that you know, that way you could have an idea as a listener what to expect. Hopefully we'll be able to get, you know, when we start hopefully getting some more listeners and more people that want to tell us what they have planned for the following months, we'll be able to kind of look ahead onto what kind of shows, especially comedy shows, and, you know, eventually have some of these traveling comics stop by, as well as with the AMP El Paso one. But yeah, it's very exciting, and I had a really great time. How was everybody's 4th of July, by the way? Which, you know, that was our 4th of July special. Jordan was trying to get us canceled so hard. Fuck that guy, right? I definitely got more into, I was able to understand a little bit more of where his comedy comes from, which was cool. And I think it's gonna be good for it. You know, it was. I mean, I didn't know that was gonna come about, but it was one of those happy little accidents. Okay, right? Little Bob Ross there. Bob Ross. Anyway, let's try to get into the events this week. Okay, so today is Tuesday, July the 6th. I hope 4th of July was fun. I hope you didn't lose any fingers or set anything on fire. But you know what? We got past it. You survived. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Maybe I could get this out before this first event comes out, since it is a Tuesday night. So this is going to be Velvet Elvis Comedy Open Mic. This is today at the El Velvet Elvis at the Pershing Inn, starting at 9 p.m. Tuesday today. All right. moving on right away. And this is something that I was just going to mention. The Alamo Draft House is going to be having Air Force One, which, that's badass. The whole get off my plane. Get off my plane. All right, Harrison Ford, Han Solo. You hear my dog? He's over here fighting with a pillow. He's got a bunch of random... He's got a basket full of toys, and this asshole decides to play with a little bottle cap, a pillow, and a can, right? He's like, hey, let me try to find out what's the most annoying and noisy thing I could fuck up your podcast with. It's like, all right, my work is done here, and then he just takes off. Oh, yeah, he's going to bother Neela. Anyway, so that's for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday night, tomorrow, at Foulmouths. This is your weekly open mic night at Foulmouths EPTX. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., it's our weekly open mic. Which I know I probably should have done a whole separate thing, right, for the open mics. We do have weekly ones. Orlando VC just had his first one last week over at Beach Bar. So we'll see if he invites us to that one again, right? All right. So Thursday, moving on to Thursday. Thursday, July 8th. The El Paso comic strip. Thursday through Sunday, the El Paso comic strip is going to be having Steve Mudflap McGrew live at the El Paso comic strip. That is Thursday through Sunday, starting at 7, and then I believe the second show is at 9, except for Sundays, I think. So go check out some of our professional comics, right? If you don't want to hear these open micers, you have also the opportunity to listen to actual comedians, right? Anyway, all my open micers, I love you guys. I look up to every single one of you. All right, moving on to the Mona Bar. This is going to be a special event. It's going to be the Albuquerque Takeover. And yes, that is my dog. You could hear him scratching that pillow. And this is going to be at 9 p.m. Thursday the 8th at Mona Bar. And it's going to be the Albuquerque Takeover. All right, moving on. Let's see. And I do have a bunch of bands coming up also. But, these will actually happen more as we get into like Friday and Saturday. And then maybe a little bit of Sunday. Let me see. I know I had a Glossolalia. I just saw their post too. And I hate myself for not having it ready. But I think my Instagram kind of updated. There it is. Glossolalia. Midnight Saints. Old Sheepdog Brewery. July 10th at 9 p.m. When is the 10th? 10th is Saturday. Glossolalia. You want to get there with that. What's her Instagram? The Flute Lady? Is it the Flute Lady? And then Rick the drummer. That guy's badass. All right, moving on. Okay, we're going to skip around a little bit. I try to kind of arrange this so it wouldn't be so goddamn confusing. I'm sorry. But moving on, right? Or moving back. Hey, it's all right, dude. I can't hear anything. I don't know what my computer's doing. Anyway, Rock House Dive Bar presents Invisible Thursday at 9 p.m. And that is Rock House Dive Bar. Tomorrow, Wednesday, BYOB in studio zip and paint class. That is at I Painted That Social Art Studio. So go drink some wine and paint something nice. I don't know why this thing is messing with. I keep getting this weird screen on my computer every time I. Is it every time I yell or every time I get a little louder? What the hell is going on? What the hell? Let's try to be interesting while my computer is loading, right? Play with the dog, make people understand that I'm playing with the dog. Also Thursday, Reggae Night with Uplift Music at Aceitunas Beer Garden, and that starts Thursday the 8th at 8 p.m. at Aceitunas Beer Garden. All right, and this is one that I had already since last week. This is going to be part 2 of the Frida Art Show at Casa Ortiz, and that is at 10167 Socorro Road. Sorry, I keep getting this weird notice on my computer. I hope it doesn't turn off. I hope it doesn't need a freaking update. Because I'm going to be so freaking pissed, right? What movie was that? The White Chicks? Is it White Chicks? I just saw a meme about that the other day, so it was kind of fresh in my mind. Anyway, so come on, man. What is going on? I'm getting like this weird install thing. Hey, do you want to install this weird thing that you didn't ask for on your computer? No. What the hell is going on? Anyway, Casa Ortiz, 10167 Socorro Road, featuring at Bloon Mac and at Moy the Artist, and all of their resident artists there at Casa Ortiz. Mariachi by Juliana Alexandra and Jose Alexandro. And that is our local art gallery over here in Socorro. It's a beautiful area too. And I hear they have big plans coming up. Alright, moving on. And this is just something that restarted. This is Cool Canyon Nights presents Broken Dime Band. And this is at McElligan Canyon. And this is also Thursday, a little earlier at 5:30 p.m. That is at McElligan Canyon. And it is Cool Canyon Nights. And then also Thursday, you already know what it is. This is going to be the open mic at the Pershing Inn on Thursdays, starting at 8 p.m. The Pershing Inn over on Pershing, Avenue? Right off of Piedras and Pershing. And also Thursday, the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, or BWOMs, is going to be having... actually, that's today. Holy crap, I'm so sorry about that. Shit. So that's actually starting today, Tuesday, at 8 p.m. at Mona Bar of Modern Art. And this is the BWOM's Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. And they're also going to be having, it is an open mic at Mona Bar of Art. Mona Bar of Modern Art. There you go. Hey, maybe the third time's a charm, right? Okay, sorry, I know I tried to arrange these, man. What do you expect? I'm an idiot. And I haven't slept in like 2 days. Okay, well, I have. I just slept very little, but I have slept. This hassle. That's why people don't like you. Because you just hyperbolize everything. I might have to hit pause here so I could let my little dog out so he could, fight with the dogs. Does anybody else think whenever dogs just start barking at each other, they're like, hey, just yelling, hey, dude, fuck you, dude. And then the other dog's like, hey, fuck you back. Does anybody else picture that? Is it just me? It's from like a Family Guy thing, right? When Brian's in the car and he's like, "Hey Lois, there's another dog in that car. Hey, other dog." And then the funniest thing, like about Family Guy, for me, oh man, I'm dying over here because I get too excited over a bleep. But for some reason, the funniest thing that I think it makes something funny on Family Guy is when they bleep something in Family Guy or in any cartoon really. For some reason, the fact that they're trying to censor it or just using a bleep, it just makes it funnier than if you actually said the curse word. And that's what I always remember when dogs bark at each other. It's just like they're just cussing back and forth. And hopefully you understood that reference because it's I don't know, my references are really kind of obscure. Like the other day I made a reference to like the movie The Mummy. That old Brendan Fraser movie. I think I actually did it on that 4th of July episode where I was talking about something about the mummy, and it was one phrase like in the middle of the movie that you would really have to be like a low life or somebody with no life to just be like, oh, that one line that is very specific stands out to me, and then I'll just use it, in an example. And God bless these fucking Jordan and Marco. They actually got the reference. They're like, really? Is that Brendan Fraser movie? Like, what are you, some kind of asshole? No, I was like, yes, obviously. But yeah, that's just my reference as I've come to start to realize that they're like the weirdest, most obscure fucking things ever. Anyway, so moving on, right? We were in the middle of Thursday, and then we jumped back a little bit, but we're back. We're back on Thursday. Thursday, July the 8th, 8:30 p.m., Paradox Immersive Art. Thursday. And this is going to be part of the Casa Ortiz. I believe this one's actually part of Casa Apodaca. And this is actually hosted by Paradox Immersive Art. And this is by Laura Turon. And featured artist is David Delgado. Tickets for this one are $15. All right, so go check that out. And that's going to be over here on in Socorro. Also know that there's another one. What is it? Downtown? Is it Downtown Collective? I believe. Where it's also another art gallery. Downtown Collective. Downtown. I shouldn't say it, huh? If I don't know it yet. I think that's probably what it is. Nope. That's some other page from some other country in El Paso. Is it Crossroads? You know what? I'm not gonna attempt to do it while I'm fucking talking here, because then I don't know. It's just gonna have a lot of dead air, and I can't spell while I'm trying to form these thoughts in my brain. It's just a horrible scene. So there's a bunch of just look that up, and you got El Paso Arts Scene. El Paso Museum of Art, which I have to go back there. El Paso Downtown Art and Farmers Market. That one's always a good one, right? I always like their, what is it? The kombucha. They always have a nice variety down there. Look at this. Free yoga every Saturday morning at the El Paso Downtown Art and Farmers Market. Anyway, let's go ahead and see. Those are things that I didn't have planned. I just throw those in there just willy-nilly. Okay, let's see. So let's hope I'm not out of order here. This is kind of where I started kind of losing my ordering. I started getting confused. It was toward the end of my tabs. Let's see. So this is going to be Saturday, 8 p.m. This is Casa Ortiz. This is also going to be part of the Barbed Wire Open Mic series, the BWAMs. And this is going to be Casa Ortiz, Saturday, July 10th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., hosted by Richie D. Marufo. And this is going to be an open mic at the historical Casa Ortiz Gallery. Again, that is at 167 Socorro Road, and also right across the street or across the parking lot from Three Missions Brewery. One of our little spots that we like to go with the little Doomsday crew there that we got. It's always a nice place to, after we go do some mechanical work that I'm actually learning. Okay, please do not call me for mechanical services. If anything, you could call the guys over at Doomsday, especially for motorcycles, right? For all your maintenance and repairs on motorcycles. Anyway, okay, so let's go back to Friday. Friday at 8 p.m. at the Green Door EP, we're going to have Golf Clap. So, you have to be 21 and over to enter. There's going to be a full food and drink menu. Mask usage is going to be encouraged. And you have to be safe. And, just act like a decent fucking human being if you're going to go to this thing. I am going to have to hit pause. Of course, it's going to be a second because my dog's starting to fucking act like an asshole here. So if I could remember how to... See, look at that. Now, now we're a little more calm and collected. Cool, calm, and collected. That we were able to talk about our events. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to Decibel, which is a page that focuses on local artists. And then there's another page. It's called No Tan Under Chihuahua. I believe that's what it's called. No Tan Under Juarez or Chihuahua. But the one that I really have been getting into and I've been finding a lot of really cool artists, is Decibel. Decibel. And it is it's pretty much a page that does the same thing that AMP does, but specifically for musicians. And I have to admit, they do a really good job at highlighting all these. Oh, I almost got a cramp. Oh my god, you hear my voice go up. So yeah, I wanted to encourage you to, if you're especially into a lot of like indie music and underground stuff that you don't listen to on the radio because you're some kind of asshole. I encourage you to give them a give them a search, a like, and a follow. Because eventually, I'm gonna try to get in touch with those guys and see what the hell they're all about. Because I like it. I mean, I've come to find a lot of really cool music with that page, website. So don't forget to follow them. That's Decibel. That's all it is. And as of right now, I still believe they have this like green background, and it just says Decibel in the middle. All right. So tomorrow, Wednesday, the 7th at 9 p.m., Click Band will be at Speaking Rock Casino. And okay, moving on to, let me see when this one. I guess we're already getting to Friday. Okay, we're getting into the weekend. Friday, Sunset Heights Ghost Walk, hosted by, oh, look at that. Heather Shade Photography, Arts and Exploration. That's the artist. The website is Lost El Paso, and it's Lost El Paso Paranormal. And this is Friday the 9th at 8 p.m., Sunset Heights Ghost Walk. And we have another one, and this is hosted by Ghosts 915 Paso del Norte Paranormal Society and the Downtown El Paso Ghost Tour, which, it says here nonprofit, which I can get behind that. And they have a cool picture of like this ghost holding a lamppost, right? It's going to do the whole ghost thing where he kicks the fucking can. This is going to be doing the whole Frank Sinatra, I'm singing, and they're all fucking scary and shit, holding on to that goddamn lamppost. So this is going to be Saturday the 10th at 8 p.m. I know this is supposed to be like a scary thing, and I'm just breaking it down to something funny because I get scared because I'm by myself and I'm a pussy. All right? So get off my back. Get off my haunted back. Did you guys ever watch that movie Shudder? It was a really good movie. And it just reminded me of the whole get off my back. Because if you haven't fucking seen it, spoiler alert, I mean, you should watch it. It's not to be confused with Shutter Island, which was also a good movie that I thought was a scary movie. See, I used to be a fucking pussy. I still am, but I used to be even more. I know it's not hard to believe. It's fairly easy. I look the part. But they're two different movies, and they're very good. I encourage you to watch them both. They're going to be a little bit of a throwback. I get it. But they're very good. So Shutter Island, which has nothing to do with Shutter, is about, I believe it's Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo. And it's like they go into this island to investigate somebody that was murdering, I don't know if it was patients or something at this ward. And then come to find out at the end that Leonardo DiCaprio was actually making this whole scenario in his brain. And Mark Ruffalo was his, like, psych, it was like his doctor or whatever. And he was just going along with him, just trying to convince him. It's like, hey, dude, you're actually not this detective that's investigating this. You're like the crazy person behind this. And it's good. At the end, you're like, oh. It's this light bulb moment, right? It's light bulb. That's a Minions, I think, crew. Anyway. With this Haunted History Downtown Ghost Tour with Ghosts 915, that picture, that I said, get your ghost off my back, at the very end of Shudder. So Shudder is a movie about, like, pictures, right? So I think, like, the main character and his buddies, they're, like, some type of, like, modeling photographers or something. And they're kind of big time, and I guess they had some money, so they traveled to all these, like, other countries. And I don't know if it's, like, China or, like, Japan or something like that, but they traveled to one of these countries, okay? And then they meet this one girl, and they're pieces of shit, so I think they, like, rape her and stuff, which, sorry. That's, hey, I'm just telling the story of the movie. And it has nothing to do, well, I mean, it has something to do, because I think this girl, she gets fucked up after that. But that's neither here nor there. The whole point of the story is that this chick is dead, okay? And she's haunting these dudes through these cameras. And you remember, like, that thing back in the day when we had actual cameras with, like, a flash. And, you would get all Jaime Maussan or Carlos Trejo about this shit. And then you would always, like, see, it's like an old, like, Polaroid camera. Or, those disposable, like, cameras, right? You would always get these fucked up pictures and shit. So people would always be like, oh, it's because I see something. And that, ever since we got into digital, nobody sees that anymore. Because ghosts are like, fuck that, We don't care with your fucking technology. You can fuck yourself. We're going to hide from it. But now, back in the day, there's beauty in all this old technology. And I think even this, the picture, if you're looking at the poster the way I am, I think it looks through like the lens of an old camera. But anyway, at the end of the movie, like the ghost chick is literally on this dude's back, and he complains that he's got like a sore neck, and it's cool. It's a cool ending, It fucks with you a little bit because you're just sitting there thinking like, oh, this dude's neck hurts, and then at the end, like this reflection, because mirrors are also like ghost things, like the chick that like they killed or whatever is like sitting on his back, just all sad and looking like the girl from The Ring. And that's why his neck would hurt all the time. And then I think they like show little flashbacks throughout the whole movie of him like rubbing his neck throughout the whole movie, right? His girl was always like, "Oh, what's wrong?" It's like, "Oh, I'm just tired. My neck hurts." So maybe we're not, fucked up. Maybe we just have ghosts, especially if you're like Hispanic. Maybe there's like a tiny little ghost holding onto your leg and your back. That's why we're all fucked. Anyway, this is a long way of me telling you that this Saturday, the 10th, at 8 p.m., there's going to be a Haunted History Downtown Ghost Tour with Ghost 915. So check out their events, and that's going to be at 110 East San Antonio, here in downtown, close to downtown El Paso. Also coming up on Saturday at 12 p.m., which I believe that's noon, right? I still get confused. I'm almost 30 years old, and I don't know what 12 p.m. or a.m. means. I think 12 a.m. is midnight. So this is going to be at... I just had that picture pulled up. This is going to be El Nino. Oh, wait, no, that's actually the band. This is actually at Rock House Dive Bar Kitchen Venue. This is 9828 Montana. And there's going to be... a bunch of bands. Holy crap. I think actually those are the sponsors: Rock House, Carbosh, Pumpkin Ink, Dreadful Things, King's Custom Print Shop, Diversified Roofing, Through the Looking Glass, Mike Gobb Headbangers, Royal Elect Studio, Barebone Vodka, Budweiser, and Bud Light. All right, look at that. I could read. They all present Il Texas Familia Music Festival, featuring El Nino and Upon a Burning Body. King 810, Incite, Evolution Empire, Born in Blood. Local support, Face the Mirror, and Luminosity. If you're a minor, you're going to be able to go in with a parent or a legal adult. Otherwise, if not, you can get the fuck out. Okay, so I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is going to be Saturday the 10th at 12 p.m., which is noon. This is Il Texas Familia Music Fest, and I believe Doomsday's going to have some sort of presence out there. So go check that shit out. Oh, and switching gears like completely, all right? Sunday at 8 p.m., we're going to have Intocable at the Plaza Theater. And I just want to point out, when I was growing up, like, this was one of my favorite fucking bands. There's good music. So, yeah, this is going to be Sunday at 8 p.m. at the Plaza Theater. And I would go if I could. I'm going to try to make this. I really am. And this is going to be Intocable. And it's more, this is like the Mexican millennial in me that gets excited about this fucking band. All right, moving back to Friday. Friday at 9 p.m., Fastback 67 at B17 Bummers Oyster Club. And that is at 201 South El Paso Street. Moving on. I still have a lot of events, but these are all musical numbers. So please stick around, especially if you want to go enjoy some good fucking music, man. Friday at 6 p.m. at the Pershing Inn. It's Locomotion Band. And you know what I just fucking realized? I'm not sharing these events as I'm fucking talking about them. What a fucking idiot. God damn it. Why? Right? Why do I do this? All right, Saturday at 6 p.m., Jake Worthington is going to be at Ricky D's. And this is like a country thing, right? Ricky D's and his Jake Worthington. And yeah, this is going to be the first one that I share on the page because I'm a goddamn idiot. Whoa, this is a big one. This is the Kaleidoscope Art Market. And this is Saturday at 5 p.m., 9530 Viscount. And this is Alice's T, as in, TEA, THC party and art show. This is going to be at 9530 Viscount, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is German pub, right? That is Saturday the 10th, starting at 5 p.m. So go enjoy. And they always have like some pretty badass things. Like they always have like little contests or a costume thing, or like I know the other day when they had was it the 420 thing, they did a like a joint rolling thing. Is that what I don't know if that's what they called it. Let's see, Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino, Friday 8:30, La Imperial Sonora. Go out, go do some dancing. And if you're an early bird, this will be funny once you find out what the fucking event is, right? If you're an early bird on Saturdays, on the weekends, because you're starting to get old and you enjoy, being up early and enjoying your fucking weekend with nobody bothering you, Waco Tanks State Park and Historic Site is going to be having a birding tour Saturday at 7 a.m. This is Saturday, July 10th, and this is hosted by Waco Tanks State Park and Historic Site. And they have a picture of a nice little bird. I actually would like to go to... I think I worked that day in the morning, too. I think I worked early as fuck, too. But nevertheless, go share some pictures with me. Send them in. Send them into the AMP El Paso at AMP EPTX on Facebook. And then I'll see if I could share them. And then I'll give you a little tag there. Hey, how about let's start doing that? All right, Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino, Saturday the 10th, Invisible at the park. Look at that, Invisible at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. That's Saturday the 10th at 8:30 p.m. And I am starting to share all these on the page because I'm an idiot and I just remembered to do that. Oh man, I can't believe it. Hey, you know what? I'm just making sure you're listening. Okay. Let's see. So this week, Viva El Paso starts. I don't know if it started. Yeah, I think this is the first. This is when it's starting. So this is Friday, 8 p.m. And it's hosted by El Paso Live. And this is going to be at the Civic Center. 1 Civic Center Plaza. El Paso Live. This is Friday at 9 p.m. Let's go ahead and share that one too. Because I don't know why. This probably would have gone a lot smoother if I just knew that I was sharing all these from the get-go. I mean, I did. I just didn't because I'm an idiot. So it's posting. So I have to fill some time, right? Since I have you here. Hey, go to all the open mics this week. Or some of them. We desperately need some people to come to the open mics. And we want you to go out there. We want to make you laugh. That's really what it is. And we want to see what's funny. So please come check us out. Tell me if I'm funny. And if I'm not funny, you can shut the fuck up. All right, moving on to Sunday. This is the UTEP Dinner Theater. It's Nonsense. And I think they have more dates. So the public on sale, it goes Tuesday, May 25th. So this has gone on for a while. And and that's all the information I get. Okay. I am trying to see if they had more dates, but I think they created like an individual. Event for each date that they're doing. So, and I think I saw all of them, and I only shared one of them. All right. So also Sunday at 10 a.m. Your weekly farmers market. This is Upper Valley Artisan Farmers Market over on Mesa, right there at the Hobby Lobby, just south of I-10. Is it south or west? I think it's south. All right, so I think that's it. Also, Sunday, look at that. This is going to be an international thing. Look at that. We're going to be having Noche de Comedia 2, 11 de Julio. El Paso County Coliseum Pavilion. And this is going to be Sunday at 7 p.m. And they're going to be having Caritas, which he looks like a refined clown, like a Mr. Clown kind of thing. And then the other guy looks like a Juanga impersonator, right? So check that one out too. You know, it's all about comedy. We're all just clowns, really. Except this guy at least has the decency of like painting his face. Okay, this is a new one. This is starting. Undisputed Craft House at 1881 Saul Kleinfeld is going to be having adoptions at night at the night market. This one I'm excited about because this is art oddities, vintage, food, booze, and weirdos, right? So it's at Undisputed Craft House at 1881 Saul Kleinfeld. Kleinfeld? What is it? Seinfeld? Kleinfeld? Right? Unless you say Kleinfeld. You know, who the fuck says that? And I think that's it. All right? Everybody good with the podcast? I try to go short. Because I know I'm going too long. And especially without a guest. This kind of tends to drag. So once I have guests, I'm still going to try to do the events. And I know it drags a little bit. But I'm trying. And every week it gets progressively better. I know you guys missed me these last couple weeks, but we're working. We're working on it. You know what? I've been doing this for 3-4 months. What do you expect? I don't know. That's just what, I'm trying. Oh man. But no, I'm excited. Like I said, there's a lot of things that are actually finally coming to fruition. Please go listen to that 4th of July special that's going to be under a new series name called It's Funny Because, hosted by Marco Antoine Morales, and yours truly, Angel Rodriguez at El Crazy Texan on Instagram. Don't forget to follow the page, share, and give us some likes, man. I'm trying to work toward more followers. And this is at AmpEPTX on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I think I'll leave you with that. There's a lot of things that are coming up. And I'm going to put some progress of how that fucking studio is doing. That way you can just see how pathetic this studio where I had the balls to just host a podcast was. And, and then we'll see how monumental of a change it'll be eventually. So don't forget to subscribe also to the YouTube page at, actually not at, but that's just Amp El Paso on YouTube. Tell your friends and family and give us some views, right? I'll see you guys next week.